in the time we have. Mr. King, you never set up a single shot, sir. Oh, you did. Top man, top man, top man. This morning, the cat is out the bag. Well, we knew the cat was out the bag from some weeks now. But, you know, this country has had brave journalists. One of the things why I think people appreciate us here at Nationwide and the work we do, we don't pretend and position ourselves and posture as if we're better than anybody else. Absolutely not. We're not better than anybody else. I'm not better than anybody else. The company that I work for is better than any other company. We don't do journalism better than anybody else. We just try to do the work well. And I say that, talk about bravery in journalism, not bravado, but bravery. It's a difference. When you find things out and you know that it's in the public interest to know, it is incumbent upon you to tell the public. And we've had a long history of brave men and women from media houses in this country who've done just that. And we're just continuing the tradition. So weeks ago, when this thing broke about the Auditor General's report and private companies benefiting from the UHWI's use of its tax-exempt status to bring things into the country for said private companies, who then profited from the equipment and other things, the goods brought in. We learned that one of the companies was Jack Den Limited, owned by the Member of Parliament for East Central St. Andrew, Dennis Gordon, chairman of the PNP's Region 3. And when we said that not the Auditor General's report that was tabled in Parliament, but another report identified Jack Den, we were served with a legal letter. Yeah, man. Lawyer right to tell we say we are wrong and we must apologize for saying that Jack Den was one of the companies. We smiled because we knew intimidation when we saw it. And we know intimidation when we see it. One of the TV stations had carried a report linking Jack Den, well, naming Jack Den as one of the companies. And they had to apologize for it because they too got a legal letter because Jack Den said, no, we are not one of those private companies. Well, in the Parliament not in the Parliament, in Gordon House on Tuesday, PAC, Eric Hussein, UHWI CEO, University Hospital of the West Indies, said what listeners to this station have known for some time now, that Jack Den is one of the companies that benefited from the UHWI's use of its tax-exempt status to bring goods into the country. No, don't gloss over what I've said, you know. Jack Den knew it was one of the 4 companies. Nationwide said Jack Den was one of the companies. Jack Den's lawyers wrote to us to tell us that we should not have said that because they are not one of the companies. And now the UHWI CEO tells a committee of Parliament that yes, Jack Den is one of the companies. Now how that sound to you? Jot it down. Write it down, look at it, upside down, and tell me how it looked to you. You knew you were one of the companies, Jack Den. The media says it. And you get lawyer for right to tell us to apologize for telling the truth. All right. Jack Den isn't alone. Eric Hussein named 3 other companies. And based on our checks with the Companies Office of Jamaica, we have been informed about who the principals of the other companies are, and I'm going to read them out this morning. So, Eric Hussein said the companies involved: Supreme Laundry, hold on, let me find it back. Yes, Supreme Laundry, Scientific Medical, Wilman Sales, and Jack Den. Where Jack Den is concerned, an investigation into the Jack Den side was complete. All right. So I guess the details of that report will soon be made public. But apart from Jack, who owns the other companies or are shareholders in the other companies? Supreme Laundry, shareholder, Michael Hill. But Michael Hill is deceased. And according to the company's office, he's the only shareholder. Directors of Supreme Laundry are Josephine Chambers Lynch and Chantel Hill. The second company, Scientific Medical, shareholders and directors, Howard Liu and Elsie Liu. Wilman Sales, the only director listed for Wilman Sales is Sean Manley. And of course, Jacqueline's shareholder director, Dennis Gordon. Now, the problem for Jacqueline more than any other company named is this. Its principal is a member of parliament, a man who I've never heard being involved in any hanky-panky. A man who, by association with this thing, it's the first time I'm hearing Dennis Gordon's linked to anything like this, all right? But he's under the leadership of a man called Mark Golding, who, in the run-up to the September 3, 2025 general election, positioned himself as Jamaica's integrity czar, Jamaica's accountability conscience, a man of the highest virtues, and a man who did not want to and was not associated with anybody involved in anything that the public would turn their noses up at, or even worse. I go back to a statement posted on the PNP's website, March 1, 2025, 13 months ago. Today's April 1. The headline of that statement on the PNP's website says, Golding says next PNP administration will prioritize integrity. And the story reads, and I made sure to take it from the PNP's website because, you know, anything that is not favorable to the PNP, they say you did something to it, you know. This is what the PNP wrote on its own website. I read verbatim. Opposition leader and People's National Party President Mark Golding has told comrades that the next PNP government will prioritize principle and integrity in administering state affairs. Quote, we can't mix up in any bangarang, he said at a party meeting in St. Andrew, West Rural. We have to ensure that Parliament doesn't have people in it who mix up in things unworthy of the office of representing the people. Let me read that again. Mark Golding said at a party meeting in West Rural St. Andrew, where Joan Gordon Webley was gearing up to contest the seat against Juliet Cuthbert Flynn. He said, we can't mix up in any bangarang. We have to ensure that Parliament doesn't have people in it who mix up in things unworthy of the office of representing the people. So I asked Mark Golding this morning, in light of this confirmation, I don't want to call it confirmation because I'm sure he knew before yesterday that Jack Den was one of the companies. But now that the public knows what you know, Mr. Golding, what will happen in light of the statement you made in West Rural St. Andrew, published on your party's website, March 1, 2025? And not just that, but the other things that you have said to position yourself as the paragon of the right virtues in politics in Jamaica. Is it that Dennis Gordon lied to you? And if he lied to you, how big of a problem is that in terms of his standing in the party? Worse than that, did you know all along that Jack Den was one of the companies? I mean, my opinion in this matter isn't worth much, but if you ask me, I would say that Mark Golding didn't know. So if you've been consistently lied to by the Jack Den Supremo, what is the consequence of that lie, Mr. Golding? Him carry you wide, did he? Because it cannot be that you knew all along. And I'm saying, I don't believe you knew all along. So what happens now? The PNP, you said, now have no use, don't have any time, will not have someone mix up in Bangarang. Well, maybe the PNP will say, this is not Bangarang. George. We wait and see. But listeners, this is just, viewers, this is just a flavor of the pressure we come on. Imagine you report something right, you know. The people involved know so you're right, and they still make a lawyer write you. What does that tell you? Suppose we were waifs. Suppose we never have backbone. And more than that, suppose we never did the work to ensure that what we were reporting was correct. Suppose we did freely. You wouldn't have known all this time. And now the ball is in the court of Mr. Golding. The investigation is complete into Jacqueline. The details will come out. But regardless of what that says, two things from Mr. Golding. One, at your next press conference, you'll either tell the public that yes, Dennis Gordon misled me, and therefore this happens by virtue of being misled. Or two, I knew all along about so and so and so, and I was waiting for so and so and so, and then you explain why your public statement suggested that you did not know anything about this, and you asked Dennis Gordon about it. Didn't you say that one time? That you asked about it and you were assured that his company wasn't involved in any hanky-panky, any wrongdoing, any mix-up, any bangarang. So what's this? And this is the difficulty facing politicians, because we're not here talking about Mark Golding doing something wrong by himself or being involved in anything of the bangarang nature. It's someone under his leadership. But he has questions to answer, because he says, where integrity is concerned, no politician in this country is more unimpeachable than him when it comes to maintaining integrity and standing up for what is right. Well, we could test this now and see what.